What's up, guys? I just wanted to come to you and talk to you about something that happened to me at a tournament last week. I had recently bought one of the really nice touchscreen digital scales that Rapala has for tournament fishing. They're excellent, work really well. Not sponsored by Rapala or anything, but they're the top recommended scale that's on the market, the handheld. I had went from just using a cold beam and a small digital scale to this system. So I was fishing for a while, getting ready to take off, and my boat wouldn't take off. It wouldn't get on pad. Basically, the back end was low, and I was thinking, man, there's something wrong here, like I'm taking on water. So I looked behind me, and there was water coming out of my live well going across the top of my boat into basically the area where it goes back to the batteries. And I didn't know what was going on, so I lifted the battery hatch up. Had tons of water in there, and I didn't figure out exactly. I turned the bilge on, got back to the tournament weigh-in on time. Didn't do it good enough to to win or anything like that, but I wanted to get my fish in there because sometimes, guys don't catch them in these tournaments, and it didn't take but a decent, one fish to get a big fish or something like that. And I had one that was all right, but it wasn't good enough to do anything. But I still like taking my catch in. Got back to my storage unit, and I was opening the lids to let everything dry out, which is something I recommend that you do. Keeps the musty smell out, moldy smell out, bacteria, I guess, whatever. Something I recommend you do. And I started looking, moving the coil tags around. And I figured out why my live well overflowed. Let me show you what happened. Let me switch you around. Okay, so the new coil tags that I got are these. They're very nice coil tags. In my live well, there is an opening back here. I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but basically what had happened, the ball on these are smaller than my coil beam system, the G-Force Eliminator deal, or G-Force deal. But basically, you can see that ball will suck right down into that hole, and that is what had happened. It allowed the pump on this side to keep putting fresh water in, but none of the water was going out. So basically what happened was it overflowed and went into my boat, and it ended up back here, completely had water up to at least the bottom of the batteries, right there. So just something I wanted to give you a heads up about. Hopefully some of you guys went and looked at the recent video that I posted. The gentleman said we almost sank our boat. He gave a really good in-depth set of things that you should do to prevent a sinking boat. One of those, he had two bilge pumps in that boat that he was fishing with someone else, and one of the bilge pumps give out. The bilge pump that was in there couldn't keep up. It was a real strange situation. The top cap of the boat actually got loose. They were in smacking water on a big lake. Filled the boat up, just ended up having to call the Coast Guard, all this. But he gives instruction on there on how to build a portable bilge pump that you can actually hook up to your batteries just with big alligator clips. You can drop it right down in the bottom of your boat, and then when you throw the hose over the side, he had a weight. He had weights on the end of the suggested weights on the end of that hose. The reason is there's so much pressure coming out of like 1,100 gallon per minute bilge that it's going to make that hose jump all over the place. So he put weights on the end of it to keep it down in the, just into the water and keep it spraying up. I would also suggest you maybe wrap your around your tow hooks over there when you decide to do that, and use it if you ever have to use it, so that it doesn't cause too much pulling and weight on the actual bilge pump. But anyway, just wanted to come on, say hi for a minute, and give a tip that if you get a new coil system like that, you might want to check. I know it's kind of a rare, odd deal probably. How am I going to resolve that issue? I'm going to make a screen that will go over top of that hole that actually stands up. I'll probably take something, bolt head or something that big around, take a piece of screen, put it over top of the bolt head, take a socket, push down, that way I can form that piece of screen to the size that I need and stuff it in that hole, and it'll be sticking up above the above the hole pretty good ways. That way if some trash does get in there, it gets a little higher, it can still take water in. So that's what the plan is. I'm gonna try that. I'm sure I'll get a lot of suggestions on what to do, but I do not want to go out and buy a different type of coil system when digital coil system when this one's top recommended. I'm sure I could use some other clips with different size balls. Maybe take those balls off, put different balls on, something like that. I think the screen will probably work, and be good enough to fix, but we'll see. But anyway, hopefully I can go fish my tournament tonight, catch a few fish, fishing with a buddy of mine. We haven't never fished together. It just so happened my partner can't make it. He's had some things come up. He just couldn't make it. So I do appreciate everybody's support on all my social medias. I'm hoping to hear something back by the end of the week on an update on the site. There's a special piece of code that they're working on that's just for the profile login stuff that is a lot larger than they thought. So hopefully they're going to be able to get that done this week. They do have other jobs to do, for other customers, and I get it. I don't like, being behind like this and being put, having to put things off, but that's what it is. I mean, it's business. They got to feed their family too, and so hopefully they'll get that done this week, and we will start beta testing the site. Our pro staff, if you're interested in that, send me an email. There's a link on our Instagram. There's a post on there that's pinned that will tell you the exact way to go about what I need on information wise, if you want to be on our pro staff. We have brought on a couple of professional fishermen that I haven't announced yet. Just kind of talking with them to see, kind of when time's right, I'll let you know something. Pretty excited about it. Really, really good guys. So, yeah, things are moving along. Appreciate you guys. Go check out the apparel. For those of you that have, went and bought some apparel, bought a sticker, anything, it's deeply appreciated. Basically, this is what we're doing for now is just the merch, and any income coming in from that would be great. Be great help. If you know anybody that wants to advertise with us on our scrolling news feed, There's only going to be 10 spots. I'm not cluttering the whole thing up with tons of ads on the scrolling newsfeed. So if you know anybody that would want those spots, any marinas, lodging, travel companies, anything like that, then please pass them my information. Jared at diehardanglers.com. That's JARED at diehardanglers.com for business inquiries. If you'd like to advertise your bait company or any type of advertising, be involved in monthly giveaways, please get with us. But just wanted to throw that out there. What happened to me this week, thought it was a pretty unique little situation. And, hey, it had rain that night. It could have been a lot worse. Could have had a lot more water in there depending on the rainfall. If it was torrential rainfall, it was fighting against itself, and something could have happened to my bilge pump. So I'm actually planning on putting in a portable, making a portable. I went yesterday to look for parts for that, and they're out of stock at the moment, but it's in the works. So anyway, appreciate all your involvement. Thanks for tuning in, checking out my video, and appreciate it. Appreciate everybody following along. See you.